Donaldson and CJ, another game where you find the end zone a couple times. How special is that for you to continue to help this team?
It's definitely important, putting points up in the board when we get in the red zone. That's something Coach Day, emphasizes for me, like CJ, that's your strength. You got to finish drive in the red zone. So that's something I definitely take pride in.
What has this offensive line done to help you guys when you get into these 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 scenarios?
They just make it easy. They just move a line of scrimmage. All I got to do is run the ball behind, the Great Wall of Ohio.
When you look at this offense and the pace of play, do you like where you guys are, and how can you grow after another dominant win here over the top of the team?
I definitely, like where we are right now, but there's something Coach Day said we always got to upgrade. So tomorrow morning we're going to wake up. We're going to enjoy the night, but tomorrow morning we're going to wake up and throw it all the way and, upgrade. 2.0, that's something we always emphasize, continually upgrading.
What do you think of where the running game is right now? You guys have an average less than 3 yards a carry, right around 3 yards a carry, right? Some of that was a function of being in the red zone. But where do you think the run game is right now?
Where I think it is, I think we did enough to win the game. As Coach Day said, tomorrow we're going to wake up, make the corrections, and, upgrade.
Luke Roberts, what's he giving you guys as the lead blocker on a couple of those plays? Looked like he did a really good job on your 2nd touchdown, I think.
Yeah, Nate, he's a young guy, but he definitely, he attacks the game as a pro. He knows his job, and he does a great job at his job.
I know you wanted to
talk about how you felt like you guys let off the gas maybe a little bit, and you kind of had to remind you guys like how big of a win this was. Well, what do you think kind of the standard here, and kind of the chase, to always get better even in big wins?
Yeah, as always, definitely we Ohio State Buckeye. We strive to be great at everything we do. Good is not great enough here. That's something that we emphasize. You must be great here at Ohio State.
What was it
You
like?
guys went into halftime with 20 points, but there was a lot of turnovers in that second half from Illinois. Did you feel like it could have been more points and a bigger lead going into halftime?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Do you think it could have been a bigger lead going into halftime? I know you had 20 points, but there was a couple turnovers and a couple drives that ended in field goals.
Kind of piggyback off this question, Coach Day definitely said we let our foot off the gas, and as a unit, we all, take ownership of that. And tomorrow morning we're gonna definitely wake up, make this correction tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you, CJ.